Hello, everyone. This is Andrew McKee on Fair Life. It's another Monday, and wow, what a Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Always good. So, yeah, always an interesting week that I get to talk about, so that's fun. I guess let's go ahead and start by saying hello to everyone. Oh gosh, I see several people on Susan, Kathy, Janine, Jan. Wow, Harvey, hey. And of course, Alacia. Yay. And Lee is in there on chat as well, so thank you for doing that, as always. Yeah. So I do want to say, if you can, since you're all in here and everything, share on Facebook if you can, and subscribe on YouTube if you're over there, because yeah, this we have a lot of interesting things going on, and sharing really helps us, especially now. And I'll explain all that later. So if you get a chance, go over, yeah, share the feed, yay, promote, always good. Promote is appreciated. Oh, hey, Chris. Yeah, and Michelle, hey. Always good. So, while you're sharing, I guess I'll go ahead and start and talk a little bit about what happened. Susan is trying to read the Latin. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Can you read it now? Can you read it? Is it better? Is it better? Better a little better now. There you go. So yeah, this is the As You Wish shirt. You'll notice. So yes. Very good, very good. So yes, we do have a lot of Latin scholars over in our group, and that is awesome. I took 4 years of Latin in high school. One of the benefits of going to a Catholic school, I suppose. It's an option, and I took it. Really, honestly though, I've got to thank my sister for that influence. My older sister, she took Latin in high school and did very well, and I was hoping it was genetic. So you try. Right? Anyway. Yes. Oh, okay. Susan says she studied English and has a degree in literature, but she likes language. And that's all. Language is an interesting thing, always. And there's so many ways that each language relates to others. Are you rodents of unusual size, Janine? Rodents of unusual size. Always from The Princess Bride, a classic. Well, I mean, of course, Lee, that your son decided on French because, let's be honest here, it's, the whole Cajun New Orleans influence. Come on. So, yes. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about last week, because last week we had a great gathering, first gathering of the year with the Whiskey Bay Rovers. Tons of fun, and I really liked that show. I had a lot of fun editing it because I got 2 shows from them, and there were a few glitches and problems with each show. So normally I would just do one show, but they were kind of saying, "Oh, I don't think you can use it because there were problems." So I said, "Send me what you have, and let's see if I can edit it and put it together into one show." And I did, and it actually turned into a much better show because I got to do that. At least in my opinion, it was very tight, and I think it really worked well. So those are one of those things where sometimes when there's a problem, you can overcome it and make something even better than what you had. So that's always good advice. But yeah, so I hope you saw that. If you didn't, go check that out, the last week's gathering with the Whiskey Bay Rovers, and take a look because it was a really good show. They recorded it at the Louisiana Renaissance Fair back in December, just a little while ago. It was like the last fair, the last weekend of the last fair of the year, and they did manage to be open just. So yeah, I was kind of glad that we got that and got to show that as the first show for this year. Yeah, ouch, Susan. Andrew's still talking. Yeah, I am. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, great. Oh my goodness. Yes. Anyway, what I was talking about, Susan, was the last week's show. So please do check that out. Yeah, Gathering a Faire episode or season 2, episode 1. Yeah, now we've got all of these seasons and episode numbers that we have to remember. It's always confusing. Thank you. Thank you for saying that my face is crisp. It's not usually a word that describes my face, but I'll take it. That's wonderful. I wasn't going to say anything, Susan, about whatever you're talking about. No, not I. Yeah. So yeah, it is one thing we've tried to get the picture and everything as good as we can. It's not just it's not just the camera. It's also it's also the tweaking and the lighting, because I've also did a lot with lighting. I got new LED lights, which I think really helped a lot. How much, you say? Well, let's find out. Boom. Boom. Big, huh? Those are the LED lights that I have up here. Yeah, slight difference. And so yeah, it makes a big difference. And I think besides the camera, it's also the lighting. And that's been improved. And also, I've learned a lot about tweaking. One of the best ways to learn is to start off with something that's not great at the beginning. You have to really tweak and force as much quality as you can out of it. And that's what I did with my old webcam. So thanks to that, I think I was able to tweak this a lot more than maybe I would have if if I just started with this camera. So a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Oh yeah, that is a good point. We need our own Life's a Faire cocktail. I totally agree with that, Lee. I think we need a Life's a Faire cocktail, an official. We need Life's a Faire food. We need to create our own special dishes that are Life's a Faire themed. I think we need to do this, and then we get the Life's a Faire cookbook, and then we go. I like this. I like this. Yeah, yeah. Now forget the Arnold Palmer. We're having the Andrew McKee. That's how we're doing this. I like this. This is good. So let's discuss what my drink would be, because I'm really curious. What would my mixed drink be? It would have to involve whiskey, I think. Otherwise, it just wouldn't be realistic. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna have to think about that. And Lee, you're gonna have to do one of those cooking shows where you make, one of those get-togethers, recipe swaps, where you make the Life's a Faire dish, right? Oh, come on! Susan, don't I get to name a drink after me? Come on! Yeah, honey whiskey base. I totally agree, Alacia. That's sort of my jam. So something with that. God, there's a few things that go well with honey whiskey. We're gonna have to work on that. We are. Yeah, yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. We can't talk about the super secret project, Lee, that involves alcohol. We just had a meeting about that this morning, so I can't really talk much about that. But it is coming up, and you're gonna like it. So there's gonna be some alcohol themed stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Oh, come on. It's a dash of baking soda, Janine. Just a dash of baking soda. I mean, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Right? I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, just a little baking soda to get rid of that bitterness. That's all. That's all. In a blue glass. Yeah, leave it to the artist to come up with the color selection. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. This is all good. This is turning into a good meeting. Oh, wow, this stream is tax deductible. I like it. This is good. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this is really going well. So, what we have is iced tea and honey whiskey, but it needs to taste good because it's me, right? Because I'm not going to... is that going to be good? I mean, it needs to be... I don't want it to be cold exactly, because I don't like... I'm not as fond of whiskey on the rocks. I guess maybe we could try it. Okay, we'll work on this. We'll work on this. Okay, okay. Time to invest in some blue glasses. Okay, okay. Extra strong iced tea using baking soda, honey whiskey, and light ice. Okay, okay, okay. I can appreciate that. That works. That works. I like this. Hey, Jamie! So, yeah, yeah. Okay. All good ideas. All good ideas. Hot toddy. Okay, interesting, interesting. Yeah, okay. So instead of like a standard iced Andrew McKee, we're going to get a hot Andrew McKee. I like that. I like that. Let's go there. Yeah. Okay. This is all great stuff. I'm really glad Alicia's taking notes on this. You know, I wouldn't know, Alicia, but I'm not saying I am, and I'm not saying I'm not. But there's been talk. Oh my gosh, this is no, not with the no, Susan. There's not bitterness thanks to baking soda. Every bard's friend. Yay! Oh, I'm loving this. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. Okay, okay, okay. All good stuff. All great ideas. I'm loving this. We're gonna definitely put a pin on this and a pin in this, and we're gonna work on this. This is gonna be a thing. Definitely going to be a thing. There are going to be multiple shows about this. So help me. I love this. This is great. Okay, now, what other news? I should say. Oh yeah, I did talk about this a little bit last week on Patreon. But for those of you that aren't on Patreon, we have. It's been really wonderful having a new EP. A friend of ours, Whitney, is joining us, and she's going to be, by EP I mean executive producer, by the way, and she is phenomenal. Has a ton of media experience in television and new media online and television and film and everything, and she's on board and is helping us reorganize everything because we are going and treating this like a standard television production, and this is great. It is we are using the same tools and same organizational structure and everything, and it is really, really, really good. So I'm so thrilled about that. Oh, and yeah, Whitney is, yeah, well, Lee is right. Whitney is freaking amazing and a great addition. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's she's adding a lot. Actually, she's adding a lot more than I even expected. I knew she would be a huge bonus and help to Life's a Faire, but no, she's adding even more than I thought possible. So, yeah, I think more than anything, I'm just a ton more optimistic than I was even a few weeks ago. Is that fairly? I mean, would you agree with that? Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think even just having her in the last several meetings, the last few weeks, I, it's like, yeah, I just feel so much more confident and better about everything. I mean, I felt great before, but it's just this is just wonderful. Really, really wonderful. So thrilled about that. So thrilled about having her involved. Now, one of the side things with this, though, is we're getting a lot more heavily into pre-production, and we're working on things months and months out, and because of that, we kind of changed our podcast schedule a little bit. There's going to be we're not releasing podcasts yet because we're in the middle of a ton of pre-production for our standard Life's a Faire podcast and the other podcasts that we're working on, including my podcast that are my pet projects, the Fair Geek and Tech Tangent, and it's yeah, it is really we're holding off. I mean, originally we were going to jump right into podcasts right when we started this season with the other videos, but we had a long meeting about it and realized, if we waited a little while, several weeks, we could really do so much more and have much better quality and much many more cool things. So it's kind of like immediacy, more cool things, immediacy, more cool things, and we went with more cool things because, well, shiny. That's how we are. So we did that. So yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's going to get a lot better, Susan. It is. I mean, it, you know, with all humility, I'm very, very proud that our stuff continually got better last year, month to month. I mean, you just pick a random show one month and then look at it the following same show a following month, and the following month was always better. And I'm so proud of that. It's we always did regular, gradual improvements, and yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so yeah. This doesn't really surprise me as far as that, because maybe the huge difference we're looking at is going to be cool, but the best part about it is I'm fairly confident I'm actually going to start getting sleep. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. So yeah, more than 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night. I'm probably. I think we're all going to do a lot better there than we did. Um, and Lee's asking me if we can have Janine and Shakespeare on Fair Geek to argue about dinosaurs. Yeah, I could do that. That would be nice. That would be nice because let's be honest, how many people at Fair who do Fair did not love dinosaurs as kids? I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, at least some fascination for a limited amount of time when they were kids. It happened. So yeah, I think this is definitely a Fair Geek thing. Totally, totally. So yeah, I think yeah, it's just a lot of cool things happening. Now, the downside of all of this is in the very short term, the next few weeks at least, we're probably going to be releasing some sort of fewer things than we have been doing. And promotion wise, it's going to hit us. It's going to hit us a little bit on Facebook with our numbers. And those numbers are what drastically affect our reach, how many people we get to, and how many people see us, and our promotional ability. So yeah, if you could really, I mentioned this at the beginning of the show, but just for the next several weeks, if you can just please help us out by yeah, doing the just by sharing and commenting on everything that we put out. Believe it or not, that would help a ton. It would really help us out a lot by doing that. So just once a day, kind of check and see what we have going and share it and comment and like it. It would really help, make a huge difference. We appreciate that. Uh, really, we're going with the favorite dinosaurs now. Uh, Parasaurolophus. Wow. Okay. Now, I've always been an Archaeopteryx fan. It's just me, but I'm old school. So many things have changed since I was a kid with the Archaeopteryx, but you try. Mm. Yeah. We appreciate the comments, Susan, always. So yeah, definitely on everything we post. And Lee does a good job of putting up posts regularly, daily, usually, and just throughout the day and different things. So just whatever you can, we would appreciate the shares and the likes and the comments. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the difference. I mean, we're still starting out. Hopefully, promotional budgets during this year will change, but for now, it makes a huge difference. Oh, right, right. Stegosaurus, the dinosaur with a mohawk. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, the Archaeopteryx, for a while they thought it was the first dinosaur with feathers. That's since been changed a bit, but still, yeah, I always thought it was cool. Yeah, and Lee is right. Because of all the stuff going on, there will be fewer posts than there have been. So yeah, that's true. It's not even just the regular shows. The posts are going to go down. Lee, you're totally right, Lee. So yeah, it makes even more difference. So yeah, definitely whatever you can, comment and share. Um, oh, Kentrosaurus. Nice. Yay. Ah. So, okay. Now, I do want to talk about something very important. Now, this is a big deal because this is all your fault. All of you watching right now, your fault. This is because of you. Because if you recall, on past episodes of Fair Life, the discussion of doing a sing-along show did come up. And the idea of how much work it would be to add a bouncing ball into the sing-along came up as well. And I said, listen, I'm going to try because there's not software that really does this for you. You have to pretty much animate it yourself. So it's not easy. But I said I will try and do what I can. So here you go. This Thursday, we are doing the sing-along that you requested. And it's even better because, wait for it, I know we're not on TikTok. This is us, but we're doing the sea shanty edition of a sing-along. That's right. A show on Thursday of sea shanty sing-alongs. It's crazy. It is crazy. Let me see. It takes a good bit of work to be able to pull off the bouncing ball thing. Actually, let me just show you. I'll give you a small clip of what we're talking about. Okay? Yeah, I can do that, right? Let's give them a sample. I come up with something here. Let's see, right? Maybe here. Let's do this. Okay, here you go.
Next song I shall sing for you has to do with living a good life so that you can go beyond to where the fish are always biting, the skies are always clear, and the beers are always free. Now, in the life of a fisherman, that means that you want to live a good life so you can go to Fiddler's Green. As I walked by the dockside one evening so fair, to view the salt water and smell the sea.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Right? Tell me you like that, please. The amount of work I put into that, it's difficult to quantify or describe, even for me. So yeah, please tell me what you thought of that, because that was just, I love the little bouncing ball thing. Yeah, right. Yeah, Lady Prudence, phenomenal. She was the one I wanted to try out everything with because I knew I'd be listening to the listening to that song a few hundred times when I was trying to do all this. So yeah, I figured this will be the first one I work on. So yeah, beautiful voice. But I wanted it, when I do something like that, I'm not going to do this hinky, generic, kind of thing. I went all out. This is pure keyframe animation going on. And yeah, every single bit, every single movement I put in. So it's, yeah. Doing a lot of work there. So, yeah. Blue Ribbon of Bouncing Balls award from Kristen. Yeah, okay. I'm I'm gonna let y'all comment on that one. Yeah, and Susan already did. Okay, that is, yeah. Okay. I accept this award on behalf of bards everywhere who, always appreciate a blue ribbon and a good set of bouncing balls. So there you go. Okay. Here we go. Well, I'm really excited about, I shouldn't have said excited there after that earlier comment, but we'll skip that. I'm really happy about the show on Thursday. It's going to have several different songs from different performers, and it is just going to be it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think you're going to enjoy it. A really good sing along night, and I'm really curious what y'all think about it. So everybody, I know you asked for it, so I need you all to show up here and share and comment like I asked. But more than, I also really want to hear feedback. I really want to hear what you think about it, and this is very much our first test for this. I mean, I kind of did a sing along thing in a show I did last year, but just on one song, and it nearly killed me. So I learned a lot from that and put into this, but I really want to hear what you think about it. And there'll be tweaks, and if you like it and it goes over well, we'll do it again. No pressure. Oh, right, yes, Kristen. I really, Pretty Ladies teasing me. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, it's not like I'm not used to it, because I mean, look at who all is joining Life's Affair. I'm surrounded by pretty ladies. So Alicia, Whitney, and Lee. Yeah, it's kind of how it's working out. It's I'm surrounded by women. I don't know how I got so lucky, but I'll take it. It's good, and the fact that they're all brilliant and creative and wonderful is just a bonus. They do tease me a bit. It hasn't been too bad yet, but I'm waiting for it. And yes, and Lee is totally right. We are compiling ideas for future episodes. So yeah, it is. The sea shanty one was the first one that we did. I threw that one out, and we went with it. But I think there's definitely lots of different themes, motifs, whatever we can go with. So definitely, throw out some ideas, something you'd like to see, because you got to admit, we are listening to you. You've got to admit that, right? We are taking what you say seriously. Oh, good, Alicia. I'm glad I could stroke your ego. So, definitely. All of you are really awesome. I've always, how do I put this? I've always liked hanging around smart, intelligent women. It's just, that's one of the things. They are just wonderful, because I mean, it's always been a pleasure, and you'll find that a lot of my friends are like that. Just wonderful, intelligent people, and it makes life a lot better. Yeah. Sea shanties, you've been seeing them everywhere. And Leah's right. When I first threw out the whole sea shanty thing, she had no idea. She was just like, "Oh, yeah, that could work," and that's how we did it. I will admit, I totally got the idea from. This was a while ago, though, but it was right. It was kind of when it was still getting into the news, just about them being popular in some of the secondary reporting areas, and I happened to notice that. And when she asked, like the next day, I noticed it. I was like, "Hey, what if we did this?" And the timing just kind of worked. But yeah, I think Lee was the only one who hadn't seen it. But yeah, I'm not on TikTok, so I did not see it from there. I just, I have a lot of newsfeed articles that I go through every day, and happened to notice that on one. I think it was it I don't remember which article. I don't know if it was Wired or something like that article. Anyway, so something cool to look forward to. So I need y'all to show up and check it out and share, because I think it's going to be fun. And yeah, and Lee doesn't do TikTok. I don't do TikTok either. Lee, come on, throw up a link for the Thursday's show. You should have that somewhere. There you go. Yay! So awesome. Excellent. So it should be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's good stuff, and I tried to pick out songs that are the classic sea shanties, not the fringe stuff. Just you do a top 10 list of sea shanties. All of these songs from these people are probably on that list. If not, most of them are. So yeah, it's really good stuff. I guess I kind of went with the obvious, but I thought that was important, especially for our first time. So you will probably be familiar with almost all the songs at least, and that usually makes it a lot easier for a sing along if you are comfortable with the song. So, and yeah, I know one thing I was worried about with Lady Prudence was her high pitched voice. For me, it's not hard because I just take it an octave lower, no problem. So yeah, if you have trouble singing along with anybody, let me know. I'm actually curious about that in the after Thursday's show, what you think on that, because I tried to come up with versions that everybody could sing along with, but I might have missed something. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So yes, let's see. Only other thing really is my new podcasts, Fair Geek and Tech Tangent. I'm working a good bit on those and coming up with topics. And I'm probably going to get a lot of them all set up and filmed and organized before the first one's even released. That's kind of what it's looking like. And just record do a standard television thing where a bunch of them are done at once. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Right now, I'm kind of looking at, I think I told you about this maybe a couple of weeks ago, but I think my first episode of Fair Geek is going to, it's essentially going. And I just saw Susan Hill's top 7 reasons we're scared of TikTok. Wow. Yeah. I think next week that's probably what I'm going to do. Top 7 reasons we're scared of TikTok. I like it. Yeah. Okay. Make a note of that. I think I'm actually going to make a note of that myself because I like it. I think, I think that needs to be a thing. Yeah. Oh, see here, I'm typing. You can hear me. Here we go. There we go. So I like it. So you demand 7 reasons. Oh, that wasn't just a suggestion. That was a demand for 7 reasons. Okay. Well, I did throw something together just, to be a good guy. I try. Okay. So 7 reasons. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's do 7 reasons. We'll do it, since you asked so nicely. Okay. Woo! 7 reasons. Tonight's 7 reasons will be 7 reasons sea shanties are so popular. Let's do that. What do you think? That kind of goes in with our Thursday show. So 7 reasons sea shanties are so popular. Wow. Sea shanties so popular. Okay, I like that. That's good flow. So, the 7th reason. No, Kristen, I'm not scared of all of you. Just you. You're the only one. You're the one who scares me. So, yeah, I'm totally intimidated by you. Everybody else, we're cool. So, yeah, the 7th reason why sea shanties are so popular. Here we go. Because it's good work music. I mean, come on. All of us are working our butts off during this, or not doing much at all and trying to find things to work on. So it's one or the other. And let's be honest, it's a great song for passing the time. That's kind of what they are. I mean, it's a good song to just sing to get work done. And I think a lot of people have needed that. So yeah, definitely. And okay, number 6. Okay. There's been a lack of innovation with new music. Let's be honest. I mean, music, it's kind of felt a bit lately like Hollywood and movies or new TV shows, because they just feel like rehashed versions of older stuff. It's like they can't come up with a new idea anymore. So, if you don't got anything new, well, let's look at the best things that are old. And I think this one just struck a good chord, pun intended. So, yeah, they went with it. And that is a good thing. And okay, the 5th reason why sea shanties are so popular. Here we go. Being on land sucks. I mean, let's be honest. This last year, we've all been stuck on land, not being able to travel or do anything, and it's been kind of restrictive. I mean, you get a little claustrophobic over it all. I mean, at least a little. And what makes you think about being in the open air outside? You can see as far as you can see, and you know it goes a lot longer, a lot farther. Well, sea shanties, being on the ocean. So I think that was a nice feeling of a freedom type song that worked well, being unrestricted or restrained. And I think that kind of works. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. So being on land sucks if you're forced to be on there for too long. Okay, number 4. Okay, I mentioned that before. A lack of TV shows or movies. I mean, it's not just that the quality isn't that great, but there hasn't been many. I mean, a lot of the TV shows got put on hiatus during last year. Movies, yeah, I mean, most of the ones they've released, they either held off until much later, or they just put out the junk stuff they were trying to get rid of and figured, well, there's not much out for competition, so it'll do better than it would otherwise. And it hasn't been that good. Let's just be honest. So yeah, I really think, I really think that this lack of entertainment and media has opened up a huge window for something else to take its place. And if there's nothing new, then you go with something old. And sea shanties qualify. So yes, totally. Number 3, and I think this was already mentioned before in the comments there, alliteration. So yeah, we think alike. Sea shanties. I mean, come on, sea shanties. It just rolls off the tongue. It's fun to say. So, and you know, I'm sure a lot of people first saw that and were like, what's a shanty? And they just, it has a fascination with it too. So I think people really, really liked it. Just the name. So good naming. And that's, you know, there's a little marketing 101 for everybody. How do you get your name out there? Make it cool sounding. So there you go. Number 2. Okay, not enough fairs are open. And that's, you know, this is more for the Ren Fair crowd and everything, not the general public. But I think we were also very, very hungry for something traditional as well. And being able to, you know, it's hard to bring in other, you know, the performances or the joust or all these different things into your home. We've tried as much as we can, but it's difficult. You know, you're driving somewhere to your job if you actually leave the house, or you're just kind of hanging out while working and you want to listen to something. Music is a good opportunity to kind of stay in that fair vibe, and sea shanties are pretty good for that. So yeah. And number 1, pirates, please. Okay, sort of. It's sort of like sort of. It's number 1 better be pirates. It's actually close to that. It's because sea shanties are awesome. They always have been. Let's just, yeah. I mean, they're awesome. I can't really think of a time when they haven't been. I mean, everybody's always liked sea shanties. They've been a fair staple for decades, as long as I've gone to fair and long before. So they're kind of universal now. They're kind of timeless. And that works great. Also, it helps that people know them. They're at least loosely familiar with the song. And that helps too. So, yeah. So there you go. 7 reasons sea shanties are so popular. All right. And yeah, I find sea shanties calming as well. I think I totally agree with Lee on that. They are very, very calming and relaxing. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. When in doubt, shanty time. I like that. I like that. That's a good phrase. So yeah, good stuff there. So there you go. 7 reasons. Woohoo! Yay! So okay. I guess, yeah. So, wow. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up. We've booked a lot of our performers coming up through, gosh. I mean, we've got some performers booked in April. I mean, we're really far ahead on this. I think we've only got a few slots open through that. So it's, and we should have those pretty much set up in the next few days, I think. So yeah, it's been really, really yeah, really very productive time for us. And there's a lot of cool things to look forward to. Um, yeah, I mean, wow, I think I've told you a little bit about who's coming up already, but it's just, yeah, it's going to be good stuff. So something to really look at. Keep an eye on the events, and there's also, it's not just going to be gathering. There are going to be other special events coming up. So check out for that, and a lot of cool things at other times during the week that are going to be coming up, and of course, Fair Life on Monday. I would not do that to you, mainly because I take those threats seriously. So we'll have Fair Life. Don't worry. Uh, wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a bosun whistle? Yes. Janine's talking about a impractical theater ambition is to acquire a bosun whistle and learn how to call tech with it. I've thought about getting a bosun whistle for years actually. You can get them for not very much. They're easy to get. The problem is it's really hard to play, and I've thought about it, but I just haven't done it yet. But they are really, once you get they're really cool. Uh, oh man, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, bosun whistle is the whistle you uh, associate with ships, especially the Navy and that kind of thing. But yeah, very very cool whistles. But yeah, a little hard to play. But no, I've had that on my list for a while too, Janine. So yeah, maybe we should be bosun buddies. Um, yeah, that would be kind of cool. I like it. Have a bosun whistle group play along and work on our bosun whistles. I like it. And Susan says, get the electronic one from Star Trek. Well, okay. That's one way to do it, but that doesn't quite work at Faire. I mean, the idea, of course, was to bring it out to Faire and be able to whip that out at particular times during the day and have some fun with it. It's very rare you go to a fair that there is not some sort of sailor group or pirate group or whatever where a bosun whistle would not come in handy at least once during the day. And if you're doing as a musician myself, I always figured if I was doing some sea shanties myself, I could start one with that and use it as like an intro solo, a bosun whistle intro solo. That's the idea. Ah, ooh, new shirt idea, bosun buddies. I like it. Hmm. 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 Bosun buddies, more than one. Okay, I like it. There's some possibilities there. The communicator sound. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My ringtone is actually our what do you call it? Our theme song for Life's Affair. I made that many years ago, and that's fun. But yeah, we really need to do more of that. I need to make some ringtones and get that done, and get some cool phone sounds for Life's Affair, and get a Life's Affair theme down. Needs to that needs to happen. So definitely. Yes, I did just sing the tune of Rubber Ducky, and hey, at least it was nautical, so it was a bit apropos. Lee's internet dropped? Okay, that's weird. Well, this is why I'm doing what I do. Oh! I almost forgot. At least, I didn't. I meant to say this. I might be changing internet service provider soon. I know. I've been on AT&T Gigabit for since February of last year. I know the timing was like insanely lucky. So yeah, very good. But I might be switching over to Google Fiber because Google Fiber just started in my neighborhood, and I don't know. It's kind of like it's tough because I'm not crazy about AT&T for various reasons, but they have. I've been very lucky with service and everything throughout the last year. So it's tough for me to move on and try something else. If it's not broken, don't fix it. But it's Google Fiber. I mean, it opens up so many options that I don't really have with AT&T, that it's really tempting. So I'm probably within the next month going to be switching. So something to know. Um, wow. What do you mean behave? I always behave. Y'all the ones that tease me. I'm the good guy. I'm the nice one. I, I'm, I'm, I'm affable. Come on. No reason to. Yeah, come on. Please. I'll be a perfect gentleman. Gosh, I wonder what happened to our internet. That's actually weird. Sometimes some weather affects her, but it's not too often. It's rare. Uh, hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm on fiber. I'm on fiber with AT&T. It's just there's a difference. Now I'm looking at doing a Google fiber as opposed to AT&T fiber. Um, their gigabit fiber internet. So I don't know. I mean, the gist of it is I can get the same speed through Google with a little more flexibility and freedom, and it costs less. So kind of, a little, yeah, yeah. So we'll see. Also, one of my roommates actually works for Google, so we might even get a discount over that. So it's kind of tough to say no to. Um, wow. Oh, okay. And Lee is saying that watching on her phone is different. Well, I would think it would be different because, come on, it's different. I mean, I think the big problem with watching on your phone is it's kind of hard to do comments, isn't it? I mean, that's the big problem. How easy is it to do comments on phone? Actually, question: how many of you are watching this on your phone or tablet? I know most of you are watching. Some earlier said that you're watching it on your TV or whatever, but I mean, I've always found videos like this and streams and chatting to be so much easier on your computer. So I don't really go through like a Roku to watch the YouTube video or anything. Um, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I know. I mean, it's a good test. Oh, and I notice on YouTube, Looking Glass is saying lyrics seem more than enough if the bouncing ball is uh, is a lot of work. Sorry, I totally missed that earlier. Yeah, and that was probably a comment from a while ago. So that is interesting, and you're right. I mean, the bouncing ball is more work. It's kind of like twice the work, but I'm streamlining it and I'm still making it better. So it's worth trying. Ah, oh wow. So your entire area, Lee, went down. Well, you're right. That is super unusual. And yeah, it's usually like a hurricane. So yeah, that is strange. It must be some weird situation, but it happens. Uh, yeah, yeah. Luckily, that has not happened here. So hopefully, it won't happen in the future. I think this has been. We've been very lucky with our setup and our scenario, and yeah, I mean, having this internet connection of mine has made life so much easier. Um, because internet providers really uh, take advantage of people by having their upload speed be a small fraction of what their download speed is, and it's not fair. It really isn't. They just do it to try to justify higher tiers and to force people who want a decent upload to go with the most expensive internet connection, even if they don't need it. And it's really not fair. So yeah, I'm a fan of ISPs not having the same upload as download, and some do, but many do not. Uh, oh yeah, Lee is over on the East Coast, so yeah, Texas. I'm in Austin, so yeah, that's really the beauty of our situation because we're all three of us are in different areas by far. Um, Alacia is over Midwest, Lee's East Coast. I'm South Central. So yeah, South Central. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of it does open up some options, and I don't know. We really haven't talked about it much, but I have thought about having sort of treating them as backups, where if something happens with my internet or setup, we can still show the show through them, and they can make that work. They can do the streaming and set that up if we're doing a live stream. So, and it is possible because generally Lee has a very good internet, and I think Alacia does too, at least a decent one. So, yeah, it does open up some possibilities. Ah, and well, it's not really a bouncing ball algorithm, Janine, but thank you. Yeah, what I did really was, I mean, the gist of it is I went through a bunch of tutorials to figure out how people were suggesting doing it, and none of them really were great. There were a few that were better than the others, but what I ended up doing was just going through all of them and kind of funneling them down into a setup that worked well, looked good, and was not insanely slow to do. So I kind of got the best of all possible worlds by just kind of figuring out, and a few things came to me from that were my own idea, but honestly, it was mostly research. So it's not really like my custom algorithm, but I appreciate the thought. Yeah, if I'd made my own software, oh my gosh, that would have been great, and I'd love to work on that project. But that's a lot of work, and even though I bet people would love it, no. And maybe at some point I'll do a tutorial on how I do that, how I do the bouncing ball myself, because yeah, it is sort of like it's a combination of a lot of ways to do it, but most of them are not easy. And yeah, Lee is right. She is the reason that all of our stuff is listed on the Eastern time zone. And I think we kind of started our channel with the concept of a TV show from the beginning, where the idea was, growing up, you always saw all TV shows saying this time Eastern, this time Central. And so we kind of just went with that habit. Really? You think your next upgrade will be a camera? Yep, I said it. But no, I think so. And honestly, one of my next upgrades will probably be a second camera, because I'm going to start doing the whole switching thing where you kind of can see both sides. You get straight on and then a side view, or maybe a top down view where you can kind of see from above. Get a few different things. That's next on my list. And I also want to have multiple cameras for live shows and all of that kind of thing, because I love this camera. It works so well, and it's all the research paid off. I mean, I think you agree with that. It's it just works well, but I think having more is having some options for filming, not just myself but others in the future, is definitely worth it. I think it's going to be a very good thing. So that's kind of the plan. I'm looking at doing a lot of different things, but this camera worked out so much better than I was expecting, so I'm very happy. Well, anyway, I can go on and talk about this for hours, but I don't want to get you all drunk. So I'll stop there and just say, I mean, a lot of cool things that we're excited about, and definitely look for Thursday. And I almost forgot. I was this close. I was this close to ending the show before I mentioned it. Shakespeare reviews on Friday. Right? I almost forgot that. Shakespeare reviews on Friday. Another new one, of course, with Willie Shakespeare and I. And the movie we will be watching is Love's Labour's Lost. Speaking of alliteration. Love's Labour's Lost. Great movie. Did I just say great movie? Okay. An interesting movie. I don't want to give away exactly what I think about it, but use your imagination. It's an interesting film. Yeah, an interesting film from 2000. It's it's different. I'll say that. So I think it's interesting if you like some of the stars in there. Like, of course, Kenneth Branagh, but then you get Alicia Silverstone and people like that. It's very fascinating. So check it out, and if you seem interested, go watch it before the show. You might want to watch Friday's show and then see what we think about it, and then see if you want to watch it afterwards. But it's an interesting film. It's sort of a musical version of Love's Labour's Lost. I know. Yeah, it's Kenneth Branagh does a musical. So yeah, we'll see. This is interesting. And the cast is quite interesting too. You'll recognize a lot of the people, and some of this is early in their careers, so something to check out. Um, so I think the best thing about it is probably the cast and seeing them do all of this stuff, and they all do their own singing and dancing, no lie. So yeah, yeah. So something to check out. That'll be Friday. Love's Labor's Lost, and yeah, and then the week after that, I'll go ahead and, I almost forgot, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a week's head start. And the week after that will be 1996's Twelfth Night, which is my favorite Shakespeare play of all time. So I'm going to be a little biased and say that I did like the movie, but you'll be able to hear more about why on the next Friday's show. So that's a good movie to check out too. And so again, thanks for joining me tonight, as always, and always fun. Always a pleasure seeing all of you. So have a good evening and hang in there this week. This is a big week for everybody. So hang in there and enjoy our sing along on Thursday. I think the country might need a little bit of it. And yeah, then Shakespeare reviews on Friday. And please, like we said earlier, help us out by sharing and commenting on everything we publish over the next several weeks, because it really will make a difference during our restructuring and pre-production work. So thanks, guys. Always a pleasure. Have a good one. And remember, fair life. It's not always a fair life, but on Monday nights, it's fair life. Take care.